Right, Jams, I have a gift for you. I hope you've had a great week. So this is, I'm going to share with you something that I've just taken notes from. Now, if you're watching this is probably something that you don't have access to. So this is a selection of all of the recordings that were done from the School Games one-day event that they had, I guess like at the end of last month. And so these are lectures from Hormozi going into all of these different topics. And I'm working my way through them. I started with offers, so I've just kind of finished wrapping up this video. You can see it's an hour and 15. And you get access to these, by the way, if you have 3 paying members in your Skool community. So that's all you need to get access to these things. You need 3 paying members. What I'm going to do is underneath this video, I'll share the link for you. It's my referral link for you to start your own Skool community. You get 14-day free trial. So if you want, you can try and do this and then get access to this, start building your own community. But I wanted to share this with you so that, I'm taking notes from this. So I'm going to share with you my notes. These are my notes from this lecture. This is specifically on offers, which, as you guys know, he is renowned for, and a bunch of stuff that he went through. So I'm going to literally just walk you through my notes that I've taken. So first up, talking about really what is the longest lever that anyone can have when it comes to a community, and it's access, exclusive access. So there are these are just some of my quick notes. I haven't really gone through this in my head, so forgive me if I'm kind of like making stuff up, or not making stuff up, but like trying to synthesize what my notes mean. So this is daily Q&A calls. So this was a lesson that Hormozi had from Gym Launch, where he would do daily Q&A calls at lunchtime, and there would be open Q&A calls. And we'll get to kind of a lesson here, but what he mentioned was he did try doing themes per day. So like either for him it was like, membership problems, operation, sales, marketing, whatever, for all of his Gym Launch community. And what happened was people wouldn't get their question answered, and then they'd have to wait till like next week to even try, and then it meant that they couldn't answer as many questions. So they found out a different format, which was to just have a Q&A where you had to follow a specific format for your question. And then what that would mean is that this specific format meant they could answer as many questions as possible. So this is something that I'm going to be using going forward, is that making sure people run with a specific format. Something that that Hamza uses is that in his community, he gets people to write a question on a piece of paper, a literal piece of paper. So it gets them to do that. So that they qualify to have their question answered. So explain specifically there is a specific format for asking questions, and get your community used to running through that format. Okay, next, people only buy because they are looking for one specific thing, but that thing may be different for different people. Now, this is in regards to if we go to here if we go to my school. So if we go to CreatorLaunch University and we go to the About page, so this is kind of like the sales page. And I'm about to amend this now based on some of these lessons. And I'm going to amend this. So what this needs to reflect is the benefits of someone joining the community and the benefits of the benefits. It'll be easier to kind of see once I've kind of gone through this, but the idea is that people are really only looking for one specific thing to solve a problem. So you could list a bunch of things. For example, this list here: create content, grow your personal brand, build your tribe of superfans, solve their problems with high impact resources and education. Now, this frankly isn't good. This isn't good enough. But just as an example, maybe you or someone who is looking to join this community, they're really struggling with the systems for creating content. So creating content would be the most effective thing that they're looking for, or the most valuable thing they're looking for. And someone might already have a brand, a personal brand, but they're looking for a way to host a community. So building a community. So That could be building this tribe of superfans. So the point is that people are really only looking for one thing. And so what this needs to be instead is create content. And then what is the benefit of creating content? Well, ultimately, it's actually having influence and having a personal brand. So I need to go through the process of rewriting all of this. So this is going to look completely different. Keep an eye out for it because you'll see the amendments I make. And keep in mind that all of these amendments are based on these lessons that I've learned here. So this is very, very, really, really valuable. Okay, next on. But by the way, these are kind of the way I've taken these notes is that there are kind of like 4 quadrants that Hormozi presented that like are in the running of a community. There's all the benefits of a community. So there's access, there's exclusive content, there's exclusive access, exclusive content, exclusive events, newsletter. So I guess there's like the four quadrants are you get access, you get content, you get exclusive access, content, events, and newsletter, and then you get events. Those are the kind of 4 quadrants, and these are what the notes are based on. So events, a couple of notes here. So if you're going to have a virtual event, you can unlock it for a certain level. And you can say this would typically be like $99 for a virtual event. But if you made it to level X, then you get it for free. If you have it in-person events, the sweet spot is typically 3 times a year max. You don't really want to go over that. Probably 2 is the real ideal sweet spot, but like you don't want to go over more than 3. Want to give them a heads up at the end of the event about the next one coming up. So you open a loop and you tell them that it's going to be better. That's this kind of like tantalizing effect. And then you want to give people a 12 months heads up or as much time as possible heads up so that they can actually save for the event. Right. This is just a quote from Hormozi. He said, attracting the right people comes down to what bonuses you're promoting and what promises go with them. So I thought that was a cool kind of quote. Activation moment. So this is in regards to sending people to high ticket offers. So quite really relevant for our community, which is where we're based on high ticket offers. That's the majority of where our revenue is coming from. So the activation moment is the moment where someone qualifies for the high ticket services. And I'll give you an example. So this is an example that GymLaunch had. So when GymLaunch had customers, gyms, if they would make it to $1 million in revenue for the year, GymLaunch would reward them with a giant sword. That would be the reward. Think of it like Russell Brunson ClickFunnels has their 2 Comma Club award for people that get to $1 million in a funnel. This is the exact same thing. So for getting $1 million in revenue, and remember that you may not know this, but the GymLaunch community was called Gym Lords. So this goes with the theme. You would get a sword. So I'm thinking about this kind of stuff now. I'm like, what could I reward you guys with? And then one of the rewards is becoming eligible to ascend to the high ticket products. And then you can reward people with a one-on-one call, or if it's a large amount, if you have a large audience, they can do it in form of like a group webinar where you add value to them and then you pitch them on the high ticket offer. This was a word of warning from Hormozi. This is if you're going to do a waiting list. So if you want going to close access for a high ticket ascension offer, don't do a free waiting list. What you want to do is you want to have people put down a deposit that they can take off as a discount when they actually enroll in the program. So this is kind of going back to the Skool About You page. So include the core features and the benefit of the feature. So that's kind of like copywriting 101, and have specificity about like the result and the time to value. So that's really the big thing that I'm going to be working on this is improving the specificity of what this is and the time to value. At the moment, this is just like this is what you get. There's no benefits of this. There's no benefits of like, what is the benefit of building a tribe of superfans? What is the benefit of high impact resources and education? Like ultimately it's like build a business that you're proud of, make an impact, and actually get free. Like those are really the benefits, but I haven't built that in here. This was a really clutch one I liked from Hormozi. So he used to do at GymLaunch, he used to run this ad called the 1 year later ad. This is sneaky. Not sneaky, but like funny. So this was an ad where he would be like, hey, all these people out here, essentially calling out his competitors. He'd be like, everyone's out here claiming all of these wild results, but where are all these people's students or clients 1 year later? Well, I'll show you where mine are. And then he'd run like just a clip of the testimonial of the person saying, I'm like smashing it. I'm doing this much revenue, or like, my gym's thriving. I thought that was really sick. So that's a really cool ad, which I'm excited to try out down the line. This was also really clutch. This is a structure that Hormozi says he instructs his teams to follow for testimonials. It's really, really, really clutch, actually. So it's kind of like four parts, and he kind of just showed this here, like in this arc. There's like the before, where the person is at before. So you ask them what was like before, and then you ask them what was like before internally. How are you feeling subjectively? What was your situation like? And then you ask them what was that like externally. So you ask them internally, what were you feeling? And then you ask them externally, which is objectively, what were you like? You know, this could be if you were doing a kind of like a PT offer or something, like a health and fitness offer. It could be like, what were you feeling like before? Oh, I was just feeling super low motivation. I just never had any energy. I was feeling like just depressed and anxious all the time and stressed. And then externally, it's like, what objectively were you? You're like, the objective part is, I was 20 pounds overweight. I would just had like fat rolls everywhere. I was just feeling really just unhappy. Or not. That's where you wouldn't go into the feeling, but it would be like, I was objectively like this. And then you go to the other end, then you ask them, okay, after the transformation, which is the epiphany bridge, you know, this is something that Russell Brunson talks about. Obviously, Hormozi talks about it as well. But the epiphany bridge is where they were from before and to where they were after. And you ask the same question. What were you feeling like after you made this transformation? And then you go into the objectively, what happened to you after? And then it's like, I was feeling way more motivated. I had so much energy at the gym. I had, you know, all of those types of emotional things. And then externally, I lost 20 pounds, got a 6-pack, looked great in the mirror. Okay, so these are kind of next steps for me. This is like what I've taken on board and what I'm going to be doing. So you will have noticed that I've added in the let's go to CreatorLaunch. I've added in bi-weekly walk and talk sessions with me, which is where you can literally hop on. Like I'll just be on this Zoom call, and I'll either be for a walk or I'll be having lunch here at my desk, and we can just have an open chat. Then I'm going to be optimizing the about page, going to be adding about the exclusive access to me, getting way more clarity on the course benefits and the time to value. And then I'm going to refresh the welcome video. So it's at the moment, it's just the course welcome video, but I need an actual community welcome video. Then I'm going to change how the Creator Accelerator course is formatted. So at the moment it is just a on-demand course, but what I want to do is make this more actionable. So I'm going to turn these into probably weeks. So week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, and turn these into like day 1, you know, whatever. I'm going to play around with this, and then have some sort of a whether it's a checklist or kind of like whatever that looks like, to be like, you want to complete this by day 1. This is going to take however long to do. So that's one thing I'm working on. Then I'm creating a onboarding video. So onboarding video for new members for the group. So this is going to be when people arrive, it's going to be probably filmed like this. I'm literally just going to direct them around, say, this is where this is, start doing this. This is our weekly events. This is our leaderboard. And then this is another one of the areas that I'm going to be working on. So leaderboard prizes is the next one. And then I'm also going to be doing an onboarding video for a new onboarding video for the launch program. So for the growth infrastructure program, a new onboarding video that really tells people, this is what you need to do. This is the expectations. These are the next steps you need to take. I currently do that on an onboarding workshop, but I'm going to do it as well in this video, just so someone can have a place to refer back to if they're stuck. Then leaderboard prizes, that's self-explanatory. I'm working on those. And then the next thing for the classroom is I'm going to build how to build a school community course into here. So you guys have access to a course based on how to build what I've built. All right, guys, that is the end of the day for me. And this is the end of the week. I'm going to be working tomorrow. Going to be filming, got a YouTube video to film, and got some kind of workbooks and playbooks to work on. Got an appointment setting workbook to finish up now. So yeah, we're out here grinding, and I hope you have a great weekend. All right, ciao.